Along and we'd go down the canal and just sit down there because I love water. I love the sound of it. I love to just sit. It's just so relaxing for me. So I just used to take the kids up there, which was nothing for them really. They enjoyed themselves riding up and down on their bikes and that. But I just used to go and sit down there and look at the dirty canal and just when I think about it now, it's horrible. Just sitting there looking at the canal.
Amidst all the madness of the streets, there were still people seeking other pleasures. What was once the King's Cross Cinema had fallen into disrepair and was briefly reinvented as a primatarium, a proto-ecological showcase for all things ape. Its failure led to the arrival of the legendary repertory cinema, the Scala, which opened its doors in 1981 with, appropriately, the original King Kong.
Oh, no. It wasn't the airplane. It was the building.
It still smelled of monkeys back then.
Bill Pearson was house manager at the time.
It smelled really strongly of monkeys, and they used to have a big sort of Russo jungle scene on the walls, which I kind of quite liked,
I think the reputation it developed was largely because of King's Cross. Somehow one could not imagine the Scala maintaining the same kind of reputation if it had stayed in Ponce Fitzrovia,
Writer David McGillivray.
It wasn't particularly attractive in those days. It was soot black, really grubby on the outside and the inside. A tiny foyer. Of course, originally this would have led to a vast stalls area, but that had long gone and been turned into a snooker hall. And then you went through into another world, just this black chasm. You sat and watched continuous programming, The atmosphere was rank.
And obviously no one was vetted at the door, so...
Oh no, this was long before, what do they call them now, door supervisors?
So you didn't quite know who you maybe propped up against you?
No, you never knew. No, absolutely. Part of the fun. There was a lot of hanky-panky there. It was rough and ready. The lights never went up from the time it opened in the afternoon to the time it closed at midnight, so you could never quite see what you were sitting in. There was always sex there in the auditorium as well as on the screen, in the back row, in the projection box, in the toilets. You can imagine what went on there. Nobody seemed to take any interest at all. The authorities had just forgotten about the Scala, which I think is one of the reasons that they were allowed to show as many of the deeply suspect films they were able to. If I could choose how I died, then it would be during a Russ Meyer triple bill at the Scala. It showed anything and everything, and sometimes everything mixed up together. So they would show a Buñuel, but they'd show it with a nudie. So it was always fun. The last of a dying breed as well. When the Scala went, I knew it would never be replaced, and it hasn't been. There'll never be another cinema like that.